To delve deeper into this critical trial and major legal points, let's turn to our political correspondent, Shin Ha-young. Ha-young, the presidential office has apparently been refusing to receive requests for documents sent by the Constitutional Court. How could this affect the overall trial process?
Well, you're right, Jung-min. In fact, the Constitutional Court's impeachment trial is off to a rocky start. And this comes because the court said that it sent President Yoon Suk-yeol the documents related to his impeachment trial, including the National Assembly's impeachment resolution on Monday. However, there has been no confirmation of receipt from the presidential office. The delayed response is likely to push back the trial, especially since one of the documents requires a written response from the president within 7 days of its receipt. And this means that the first preparatory hearing scheduled for next Friday may not proceed as planned. But still, the court can't just wait around, so it's currently reviewing how to handle such a situation if such delays continue.
President Yoon is likely to attend a trial to defend himself against the allegation in court. What could be behind his intention behind?
You're right. President Yoon's lawyer Seok Dong-young said that Yoon is expected to present his position in court when a public hearing takes place. And as a former prosecutor, and given Yoon's firm belief that his martial law declaration was a legitimate action, these factors increase the likelihood of him attending the trial. And former President Roh Moo-hyun and Park Geun-hye didn't attend any of their constitutional court hearings. Instead, they only expressed their positions through their lawyers. And Yoon's legal team also argues that the treason charges don't apply as there was no intention to disrupt the constitution or foment any rebellion. And this aligns with Yoon's address last Thursday, where he explained that martial law was necessary to push against the opposition party's stonewalling of legislation, which he felt was crippling the government. Take a listen.
국헌을 망가뜨리려는 것이 아니라 헌정 질서와 국헌을 지키고 회복하기 위한 것입니다. 질서 유지를 위해 소수의 병력을 잠시 투입한 것이 폭동이란 말입니까?
Meanwhile, the Assembly has formed a team led by Legislation and Judiciary Committee Chair Representative Chung Chung-lee that will act as the prosecution. And it was formed just 2 days after the motion was passed in Parliament. And during the team's first meeting, Chung emphasized that he aimed to complete the trial swiftly. And the ruling People Power Party refused to join, so the team consists of 11 lawmakers from 3 opposition parties.
And sticking with the parliament, as we saw in our issues report, the rival parties are clashing over the prospects of filling constitutional court vacancies. What are their calculations behind this dispute?
Well, the dispute over acting President Han Duck-suk's power is more about a political strategy than being about his role. And when we consider the current constitutional court, just 1 judge is needed to reject the impeachment under the current 6-member court. But if there's 3 new judges are appointed in time to review and rule, it will take 4 judges to dismiss the impeachment. And it could also be interpreted that both sides are trying to influence the timing of the court's impeachment decision to gain an advantage in any early presidential election. And a president's removal requires at least 6 constitutional court judges to agree, but deciding such a major issue with only 6 judges could raise legitimacy concerns, making it likely that the decision will be delayed. And the PPP wants to keep a 6-judge panel to buy more time before the early election. And meanwhile, the DP wants to push for an early election since this must be held within 60 days if the court upholds the impeachment. And the party wants to speed up the impeachment process, ideally with the prescribed 9-judge panel, so the election can take place sooner, ultimately aiming to hold it before a definitive ruling on DP Chairman Lee Jae-myung's legal issues.
Acting President Han Duck-soo is planning to call a special cabinet meeting tomorrow. What are the expectations there?
You're absolutely right. So Acting President Han will hold a special cabinet meeting on Thursday, which is tomorrow at 10 p.m. And Han is expected to exercise the right of reconsideration or a veto on 6 bills, including the National Assembly Act and the Grain Management Act, which were passed by the Assembly last month. And the DP has warned Han against vetoing the contentious bills, stating that they may push for impeachment if he exercises his veto power. And Han's decision could further strain relations with the opposition, which has been advocating for these bills.
All right, thank you, Hayoung, for the wrap-up.
Thank you.